Welcome to Manufacturing Systems Corporation and an overview of our Collect WMS offering. Manufacturing Systems Corporation, located in Toronto, Canada, has been a provider of this application for 12 years and currently has customers in 15 countries. This presentation is an overview of our capabilities as it applies to the warehouse management environment. To begin, I want to cover two important design concepts. One, the basic topology of our application, and two, the scope of the functionality. Today, Collect is integrated to 6 ERP systems. Our company's basic premise is to tightly integrate the application to a solution to provide the best functional fit and system performance. Collect operates on its own server, running MS SQL Server. It has two functions. The first being a database of all data elements, sales orders, part numbers, customer data, required to execute transactions on the handheld network, and the second is to feed transactions to the ERP via that system's toolset in a real-time environment. The database is populated via ODBC and updates the ERP in whatever toolset they provide. Built to support 24/7 manufacturing and distributor operations, this data redundancy allows continued operation even if the connection to the ERP system is lost. Collect provides data capture for virtually all transactions that may occur on the plant or warehouse floor. Everything from receipts from purchase orders or manufacturing work orders to shipping sales orders is covered. As you'll see, the depth of the application allows for ultimate flexibility in stock keeping in a very controlled environment. The basis for everything our system does is the definition of the warehouse and the items it handles. Collect supports any combination of entities, sites, warehouses, and bins. Location types allow for definition of specific purposes for a bin. It could be usage or, as in the food industry, temperature. Also included are dimensions and weights, which are consideration for selecting a bin for a new SKU. Capacities allow us to order bins again for specific purposes. For example, a specific location in a pallet rack may only allow for a single pallet. In the food industry, dimensions as well as physical properties are very important. Specific temperature ranges and humidity levels must be observed for the safer storage of both raw and finished materials. Zones are a tool for work assignment to a specific piece of equipment, for example, a pallet truck or a high-reach picker. Collect is able to assign work to the proper equipment so you don't waste a high-lift operator picking small parts orders. Often, a manufacturer may stock and sell items in a variety of packaging configurations: pallet loads, cartons, broken cases, inner-outer pack, and individual items. Collect has the ability to accommodate any combination of packaging for a single SKU. The allocation routine reviews this inventory to minimize the number of pieces to pick. License plates allow for the organization of a number of disparate items under a single number, i.e., the license plate. This allows for keeping track of this grouping, moving all in a single transaction, or shipping them. It is great assist for companies who maintain lot or serial number trace information, as it allows for a group of serial numbers or lot numbers to be moved in a single transaction, updating the records for all the serial numbers in the ERP system. Now we'll discuss the beginning of inventory movement with incoming materials to the WMS. For the pure distributor, purchase order receiving is the way inventory is added to the system. Collect has multiple methods for receiving an entire purchase order, a single line item, or an entire shipping container. The system creates an identifiable label, directs the movement to either staging for inspection or directly into a put-away location. Many high-volume companies receive goods via shipping containers. If available, Collect can reference the incoming ASN or purchase order and receive the entire shipment into inspection in a single transaction. From inspect, material can be dispositioned as good, put on hold, or returned. For companies that store inventory in multiple warehouses, the material transfer order allows for the orderly process of transferring that inventory between facilities. Material transfer orders are filled in the same manner as sales orders, usually are combined into a load and shipped as such. In some ERP systems, this inventory will be moved into an in-transit location and then received and reconciled in the receiving location. Material transfer receiving is much like purchase order receiving, with similar capabilities. In those environments where a high volume of items are single picks, companies may want to establish a quick pick area. The available inventory is managed via min-max concept. Collect maintains this data, and the replenishment report triggers warehouse management to replenish the bins. This may be as simple as a move from a bulk storage location to the quick pick area, or material transfer order to get the inventory from remote location. In this section, we will discuss how sales orders are selected for pick and shipment. Allocation is a two-part process. Normally, the ERP system allocates orders based on its own rules. These orders are released to the WMS. The WMS then allocates which inventory from which locations will be allocated to fill these orders. Multiple strategies can be employed, and these, FIFO, FIFO, etc., are some of the ones we often employ. Allocation strategies are stored here, and basically any logic for inventory selection which can be reduced to a simple stored procedure and be employed. If multiple strategies are employed, Collect has the ability to sequence these rules in the order they should be employed. This sequencing, as with the basic rule building, is available for maintenance by the end user. In this era of green, Collect supports paperless picking. Orders are displayed on the handheld, sorted to the user presence, and the individual items are scanned. The workload for an individual can be maintained by a supervisor. Until the creating of the shipping documents, no actual paper is produced. On the handheld, we employ colors to denote the sequence of picking based on the due dates of the orders, as shown here. Simple ship is just what the name implies. Here is an order. The operator picks it and commits to the ERP system that it has been picked and ready for shipment. Wave pick is a more involved process originally developed for customers shipping large volumes of small parts orders. A group of orders is assigned to a picker. Typically, they will have a cart identified by a license plate number with a number of totes, one per order, on it. They move through the aisle in location sequence, scanning the items and placing the items in the totes. When complete, they commit the license plate number and place the totes in a conveyor or at a packout station. The contents of each are placed in an appropriate box or boxes, labels produced, and shipping paperwork printed. The completed boxes are scanned as they are shipped, and the orders committed to the system. Batch picking is similar, and in fact can employ waves, but is built around being able to group or batch a number of orders as required. Batches can then be assigned to an individual or group of individuals and then filled. Pick to pack is a technique usually used by make-to-order companies. Here, the operator is working on a single sales order, and the system will lead them through the warehouse based on the chosen priority. In some cases, this may not be sequential, as they may want to pick certain items out of sequence. For example, heavy items first. A license plate can be created for the order, which in some cases might encompass whole pallets of material. Multiple individuals can be assigned to pick segments of the same order. Next to the last step, but often the most important, is the actual paperwork and labels that go with the order. Using data from the ERP, a variety of documents can be produced. Bill of lading, consolidated ship to, a master bill of lading for consolidated shipments are all supported. For export requirements, NAFTA certificates, pro forma invoices, and shippers' export docs are all provided. Hazmat declarations are available as well. Crystal Reports is used to produce these and can be modified by the end user. The big box retailers can be very demanding customers. Often they are receiving goods into automated warehouses, and incorrect or misplaced labels can be expensive mistakes. For companies trying to improve shipment item accuracy, an audit of each order can be enforced before shipment to make sure the items are correct. Labels can be in many formats today, the GS1 being one of the more popular, as it supports the packaging of several data elements into a single barcode. Collect supports the reading and production of all formats currently in use today. As shipping of goods becomes a larger part of overall operations, the management of the people actually performing the work has become more important. Task management allows for the definition and assignment of tasks based on management criteria. In some cases, an operator may be assigned a number of orders to fill and, when completed, a list of items to be cycle counted. This task management creates some interesting KPI data, which we will discuss later. Load planning helps to organize activities around the actual shipment of a truckload of goods. Items can be organized in delivery sequence. This load can then be assigned to a single individual or group for pick. Task management takes over the process. Once completed, the entire truckload can be committed in a single transaction. This also works for companies shipping large volumes or several carriers, as zones can be created for, say, UPS pickup, orders accumulated, and then shipped. This desktop function allows for the visual planning of a load or loads. There are several benefits to using load planning. Activities can be scheduled as scheduled pickup times. A single bill of lading is created for the entire load as well as a single shipment transaction. If desired, scanners with a signature block can be used to allow for capturing the signature of the driver and transfer of ownership. There are just a few optional modules to review. Collect offers integration to UPS, FedEx, and ClipperShip, so the shipping method can be selected from the handheld and pro number, etc. generated. In addition, we have integrated to a few LTL carriers and can do so as a service if the carrier has an electronic interface. Some fast-paced companies require instant access to shipment data for customer service personnel. The shipping portal offers a web view of critical shipping details which may not have been committed to the ERP. We have expanded the task management to include the collection of performance data generated by handheld transactions. This data can be viewed in a dashboard form or passed to an analytical tool as required by the end user. For more information, please contact Rich Dettinger. Thank you for listening.